Thank you everyone for joining us today for Odyssey Racing League's ACC Mixed Class Monday series. We're here today going around the Hungaroring. We currently have 20 drivers in the lineup with a mix of GT4, GT3. DeRosso, thank you for the subscription, and Forza, thank you for the subscription as well. We are currently in, there's drivers in GT3, GT4, and Cup cars tonight, so it should be an interesting race so far, as we will get on board with DeRosso in the fancy livery here with Forza's face on the front. Forza with the gifted sub. Thank you, sir. I hope everyone's doing well tonight, and grab yourself some popcorn, grab yourself some water, a drink, a beer, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I would like to make a comment.
Yes.
I feel honored that DeRosso has my face plastered on his car.
Yeah, I know. I think it's absolutely hilarious, to be honest with you. That's the funniest thing I've seen in a long time, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was dying. I mean, I got nothing to do, sit here for 13 minutes.
Oh, yeah, what's the ruling on that again?
15 minutes was GT4's first.
GT4's first, okay. So
yeah,
there you
so
go.
this guy's still in the GT4. He needs to come into the pits.
Who?
Russo. Still on the track, he's at GT4.
Russo?
Yeah, it's F Russo, number 2. We've been trying to tell him to get into
I
the
see.
I mean, I don't know what to do, honestly.
I mean, there's nothing like that's why we require everyone to be in the Discord. So if you guys are in here racing, please be sure to join the Discord. I dropped the link in the chat. I want to hop on board with someone that's starting a lap. Here you go. We'll hop on board with Sergey, and I'll take you through the track that is known as the Hungaroring here as we come down into a hard braking zone. Hairpin of turn 1 here. Definitely want to get the car rotated through there. Get a good wide exit out of there. Coming into another tight right-hander into turn 2. Left-hander, not right-hander, left-hander. Tight left-hander into turn 2 here. And then through a little fast right-hander of turn 3 there, and then down this little straight that you got going on here into a fast left-hander of turn 4, and then around a very big sweeping U right-hander of turn 5 here. Down this straight into the chicane of turns 6 and 7 here. Get the car rotated through there well, and then into a fast left-hander of turn 8, into a slower right-hander of turn 9. Soul, thank you for the follow. We appreciate that. And then a fast left-hander of turn 11 into another fast right-hander of turn... That's 11. Turn 11. That was turn 10. Down into a hard braking zone of turn 12 here. Slow right-hander, as you can see, and then up into the hairpin of turn 13. Another hard braking zone. A lot of hard braking zones around here. The Hungaroring, and then into a right-hander of turn 14, and that is going to be a lap around Hungaroring. Forza with the gifted sub. What a guy he is. So we'll check out some liveries that we got going on here. And Hollis with the solid livery. Forgot to sign up for Monday, so I'm going to watch it tonight. Perfect. I'll gift you a sub if you... Tyler's a dumb bitch. This guy. Toxicity. So we'll hop on board with Cameron Castells in the ORL car here. Has the logo sported on the top of his car. With the QR code to the Discord on the side. Saying, please no Punterino. Camera now coming down into turn 4 here. That fast left-hander will get you caught out, as you can see that it does there for him. If you take that too fast, it's very difficult to get around that. We'll get on board here with Cody Moore coming through the chicane of turn 6 and 7 here. Through the fast left-hander of turn 8. Has a really solid lap going so far. He's 2/10 up on his time. The times around here seem to be around... I saw people setting 148s in practice. Cody Moore now 6/10 up on his time. If he can get these corners of 12, 13, and 14 put down well. Gets the car through turn 12 there. Nope, that's 13. And then coming through 14 here on this right-hander. He's almost 8/10 up on his time. And will get a good exit out of there. And he will come across the line with a 1:59.590, which will keep him in P4. We'll hop on board Rosso here, coming down into turn 11 here. He is currently 2 seconds up on his time, so DeRosso's flying right now. Through turn 13 here, with my face on the side. Coming now up into turn 14 here. Gets the car rotated well there. And he is going to cross the line with a 1:56.912. So that's going to put him into P2. Solid lap there from him. Let's see. We'll get on board with James here. Coming around the final turn. He's 7/10 up on his time, so James is flying right now. Feels very comfortable in that Porsche, it seems. Across the line with a 1:55.772, so good lap for him. And for anyone that missed it, the GT4 cars are currently out right now, so they get 15 minutes and then the GT3s come out. And Hollis now on her lap. Coming down into turn 2 here. Get in the Alpine. The only Alpine on the grid. I believe Enrago ran the Alpine last Monday, I think. Or 2 Mondays ago. Coming now through turn 6 and 7 of the chicane. She's currently 3/10 up on her time. Coming through turn 9 here. Through turns 10 and 11 here, the hard braking zone of turn... Oh, that's 10. Sorry. Now she's going into the hard braking zone of turn 11. DeRosso across the line with a 1:56.912. See if she can get the car rotated through here of turn 13. Welcome everyone to the stream. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Please be sure to follow us on social media and join the Discord if you're not already a part of the Discord. Also, please be sure to check out our merch line that we just dropped. I put all 3 links in the Discord. Really solid merchandise. Really happy with it. Very comfortable stuff. So Hannah will improve to a 202.185 there. Get on board with Durasso here. Delivers will be looking good. Yeah, Durasso's is the best so far, I think. Pretty solid stuff, if you ask me. We'll hop on board with... Oh, no, Cody actually invalidated his lap. The liveries never failed to I don't even know what I was trying to say there. Never failed to disappoint. No, never. I don't know. It's been a long day, I guess. Bear with me. Anna Hollis now is 7/10 up on her lap as she comes down into turn 12 here. Second up on her lap now. Coming into turn 13 here. How's everyone doing in chat? Let me know how you're doing. How your weekend was. Happy to be back on the mic with all you guys for Mixed Class Mondays. James set a best of 155.772. Hannah's going to cross the line with a 201.490, so good lap from her. Cody Moore now. 10 out of 10 out of college for the summer. Let's go. Wish I could say the same about my college, but I can't. Captain Miner, thank you for the follow, or thank you for the raid. Sorry, I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We're currently doing a Mixed Class Monday series here for Odyssey Racing League. They can choose anywhere, anything from GT3, GT4, and Cup cars here. So really fun stuff. Definitely a lot of traffic will be had in this race, but it's always a fun time here. For any of you guys that are new, if you want to join the Discord and join the community, please feel free to do so. These Mondays are open to everyone. We also have the ACC Endurance Series, as well as 2 tiers on Thursday nights for GT3 Sprint Series cars. And we will be doing a GT4 Sprint Series on Sundays. So if you're interested, please be sure to join the Discord and check us out on social media as well. You can go on our YouTube and check out the past races that we've done, as well as our Twitter and Instagram. We do giveaways of our merch and other things. So yeah, and now 15 minutes of qualifying is up, so the GT3 cars, yeah, and Cup cars will be coming out of the pits now. Captain Miner, thank you again for the raid. We appreciate that. It's good to have you. As Hannah Hall is here, coming around a second up on her time, so she's going to be rounding turn 14 here. If she can get it stuck out of here in the last, she might be able to move up a spot, possibly, and she's going to cross the line with a 2-minute 2:00.320, so she will stay in P6, but solid lap from her overall. As now we got a whole slew of people out in those Cup cars and GT3 cars. We'll hop on board with the Pakistani himself, Abdul, in the McLaren here. It's give our newest member a solitary sniper. Thank you for the 100 bits. Beware of Fizzy. Yeah, Fizzy's an animal. We'll get on board here with Mike Bowen, one of our newest members here to the ORL community. Drew Frosty, what's up? He said be sure to show his livery, so we're going to do that. Hey, you finished the... you had P3. Yeah, I know who you are. You had P3, that's not bad. As we have Mike Bowen with someone right on the backside of him, so interesting here. Going down in turn 1 here for both drivers. Track is still fast, not optimal though. So then if that's the case, wait, GT3 cars are faster, right? And aren't the GT3 cars on track right now? If so, then why are they not letting GT3 go out first and having the disadvantage as far as qualifying goes? Because they're faster, so they should be going out first to not have that not have the fast or the optimal track. That doesn't make any sense. We need to have a talk with Fizzy. He's rigging this. He just wanted to go out last because he's in a cup car. He wanted an optimal track. What a cheater, dude. Jesus. James, you're rocking the GT4. I appreciate it. You're a real one. As Mike Bowen's going to cross the line here, let's see what he finishes with. He is going to come across the line with a 1:46.567. So good lap from him. We'll get on board with our boy Mr. Ben DePew here. Actually, let's hop on with our newest driver. All right, our newest driver, Michael Marsali. Just set a 1:46.807. He's one of our newest drivers as well in the community. As Abdul went with a 1:50.880, so good lap from him. Hop on board with Matthew K here in the Ferrari. He's on a flyer right now. He's got someone right on the backside of him. 73. That's Stephen Buckley there. As Dominic Tuso sets a 1:57.042. As Michael Marsali is currently almost a second up on his time in the Audi. As there's two drivers setting fast laps. I don't know why we're... Okay, there you go. Moving over. We lost a lot of time there. Coming now down into turn 12 here. Nope, that's 13. I'm the worst. So Marsili is going to cross the line with a... Should be like a 1:49.6. 1:49.7. Huri. Thank you for the follow. As Fabiano Russo is currently 1.3 up on his time. Pie Flavor 28, thank you for the follow. That's an easier name to pronounce. We appreciate it. Everyone, be sure to join us on Discord. Check out our socials and also our merch line that we have. You can have custom t-shirts, put your name, number, and country flag on the hoodies. Pretty solid stuff. As Fabiano Russo is a second up on his time, so if he crosses this line, he's gonna be around at 148.6, somewhere around that. 148.687. How'd I know? Matt K now up a second and a half on his time coming into the chicane of turn 6 and 7 here. Gets the car rotated nicely through there in that Ferrari here, coming up to turn 8 here. Not the best color car, but it's all right. He's old. He's probably colorblind. So we'll forgive him for that. Coming down into the hard braking right-hander of turn 11 here, as he's 3 seconds up on his time. So he needs to pin this down and get going here towards the finish line. He needs to be up in the 152s-ish, around there. Gets the car through there real nicely in turn 13. Now coming up into the right-hander of turn 14. There's a lot of cars on track, so it's very tough to get a hot lap in here. But Matt managed to get through all the traffic and will come across the line with a 152.842. So good lap from him there. That'll put him into P12. So we'll get on board with Stephen Buckley here. He is crossing the line with a 147.807. Keeps him in P5. Very close between P3 through 6. We'll get on board here with Michael Marsali here. Brazilian nationality. One of 2 Brazilians on track, I believe. We double check that. No, one of 3 Brazilians on track. I'm sorry, I was wrong. So the current leaderboard of our mixed class series is Chris Rise in P1 with 46 points. Stephen Buckley in P2 with 43 points. So Chris Rise is currently P4, Buckley's P6. They're going to be battling out there. And of course P3 with 37 points. Eric Lloyd is splitting the 2 in P5 currently in Wally here. P5 in the standings is our Cecil. I don't believe he's racing. No, he's not. And Eddie Cosme is tied on points at 18, as well as Neil Barovitz and James Talonay. But I don't think any of those guys are racing. Cosme in here? Yeah, so all the people that are tied for P5 aren't racing. Ben DePue 1 point behind him in P9 with 17 points, so he is looking to have a good finish here. I think he's in here, isn't he? Oh yeah, P3. Qualifying P3 currently, so he's Don't forget to hydrate. You're right. Oh, for anyone that wants to know, there's currently 3 minutes and 35 seconds left, and I promise to put the timer off the race. I have one down. If you look, I'll give you a sneak peek of it in the right-hand corner. So I have one. Oops. So currently we have Mr. Mike Bowen here. Ah, welcome to the stream, dude. I don't know. I'm so sad for you, man. It says you're in here, though, doesn't it? Is that not you? Or am I tripping? No, it's not you. Never mind. So currently we have Mike Bowen in P1 setting a 1:45, 1:85. However, he is almost half a second up on his lap in that Honda. Is about to cross the line here now. Doesn't get a great entry into turn 14 there, but going to come across the line with a 1:44.747. That'll keep him in P1. You got Dominic Tuso here currently with a 1:46.056. Is currently half a second up on his lap as well. Stephen Buckley now is flying, coming around turn 14, is a 1.2 seconds up almost on his time. He's going to cross the line and set a 1:46.675. That's going to put him up into P3 in the Audi there. Good lap there from him as we'll hop on board with Eric Lloyd here as he's coming down into turn 12 here. Nope, that's 13. As he's almost a second up on his time too, so this might put him up into P4 here for Eric Lloyd if he can get a good exit coming out of turn 14 here. He's going to cross the line with a 1:46.917, so that's going to put him up into P4. Solid lap there from him. We'll hop on board with Mr. Joel Price here in the Cup car of the Porsche. Joel's in the incorrect car tonight. He wanted to be in the Aston Martin. He registered for the wrong car. What a dunce. 30 seconds left of qualifying. David Blythe now is trying to set, is looking for 4 tenths at least to get from P7 up into P6 here. So coming through turns 6 and 7 of the chicane here. Now he's down on his time. He needs to gain time through these last 6 corners here. Goes a little wide there. Stephen Buckley needs to have at least 6.5 tenths to get into that P2 spot. He's currently 2 tenths up on his time. I don't believe that he is going to cross the line. He's going to improve, but only by 3 tenths. As Robbie Dano goes wide there, but I think he had, he did start his lap in time, so he needs to pick it up a touch coming down in turn 2 here. Gets that Audi rotated well through that turn 2. Coming now down into the fast right-hander of turn 3 here as we'll hop on board with him since it's the last person that we have driving now. Around the huge sweeping right-hander of turn 5 here. Looks to get good rotation of the car. Down to the chicane of turn 6 and 7 here. Coming around through turn 8 there and through turn 9 of the fast right-hander. Robbie's currently 2 tenths up on his time. He's coming around through turn 11 here. Needs to get on that gas early outside there. Stay wide down in the hard braking zone of turn 12. Needs to get the car up on that curve there and get around it, and he does. Good solid rotation of the car here through the sweeping left-hander of turn 13. It needs to get the car planted right out of this corner now. Stay on the left side up here into turn 14. Look to miss a shift there. It sounded like in the car. Needs to get the car rotated here through turn 14. Currently 2/10 up on his time. Trying to make it 3/10 around the last corner, and that's going to put him up into P9. Solid qualifying there for him. Let's pull Steven in here. Steven, you're live for an interview. How do you feel about qualifying P3 there, guy?
Good at a last-minute decision.
Yeah, you had a solid lap, dude. You were flying in that car. How'd the car feel? Balanced?
Really good. The Audi is just excellent here.
Yeah. Those two, Bowen and Tuso in P1 or 2 are pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to catch those guys, but yeah, I can. Yeah, it's just a fun track. I mean, it's different than anything else. It's just fun, and that's all we're here for. Have some fun.
That's right. Very technical track, sir. Well, I appreciate you coming in here, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Robbie, you're live.
I'm live.
Getting
What's
up into the P10 in quali, or a top 10.
Where did you find those cheats again? Can you send them to me?
Oh my God, get out of here, dude.
$5, and I got yeah. Last minute getting into that position, 9th position.
Yeah, I know. You were the last person through that line. How'd the car feel?
Took me a minute to get some of the tire pressures right.
Yeah.
But managed to finally get the grip and actually take some of the corners. Still kind of sketchy on the first or the second corner, but
yeah, that is.
Yeah,
that's a tough downhill left-hand turn, so definitely a sketchy one to do. But anyways, starting P9. So best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'll take a minute to tell you guys about our sponsors here. As you see down in the... Nope, don't have it here. Never mind. Thought I had a graphic. Track Titan. It's a telemetry tool that allows you to see where you are going wrong and where you're losing time in tracks. It's currently compatible with F1 and Assetto Corsa. However, they are trying to make it compatible with ACC. Hopefully by the summer they'll have that worked out. You can use code ORL 3 months, the number 3. Again, ORL 3 months for 50% off a plus or premium subscription. And their website is tracktitan.io. Our another partner is Rogue Energy. It's an energy and hydration drink that allows you to stay hydrated while also with great flavors. You can use code Odyssey Racing for 10% off at checkout. And then our last one is Esports Furniture, esportsfurniture.com. It's got anything from mice to keyboard to desks to chairs to whatever you need for your gaming setup. So you can use code Odyssey Racing League for 10% off at checkout there as well. Be sure to go to underneath the information tab in our Discord. You can see all of our league partnerships, and they all show up with all the codes and websites for all of them. So, that being said, we'll hop back to Hungary and around the Hungaroring, and I'll take you guys through the drivers. First, we have Mike Bowen now in the Honda here of Spoon Racing. Solid blue and yellow livery. Behind him, we have Dominic Tuso there with sporting the Aston Martin of Garage 59. Behind him, we have Stephen Buckley of Pacific Northwest Sim Sport there in that Audi. Behind him, we have Mr. Eric Lloyd in the Lamborghini of Orange 1 FFF Racing Team. Behind him, Ben Depew in the Aston Martin of Depew Autosport. Behind him, we have Chris Rise of Rise Competition Audi in, you guessed it, the Audi. Behind him, we have David Blythe of Spartan Racing in the Aston Martin. Behind him, Fabiano Russo, a new driver in the McLaren. Behind him, Robbie Daniel in the Audi. Behind him, Michael Marsilli, who's starting in the pits, it looks like, in the Audi there. Behind him, you have Abdul Rauf, the number 69 car in the McLaren sporting the Pakistani national colors. Behind him, you have his buddy Fizzy Bubelek of Team Parker Racing in the 16 car in the Porsche Cup car. Behind him, you got Joel Price, another Porsche Cup car that he has, number 992. Behind him, you have James Cummings of Fizzy's dad racing in the Porsche as well. Then you have DeRosso of Auto's Ordinary Orphanage Racing in the very bright and clean looking livery of the Porsche there. Behind him, you got Cody Moore in the Chevrolet Camaro. Behind him, Sergey, another one in the Camaro as well. Behind him, you got Hannah Hollis in the Alpine of Hollis Racing. Behind her, you have, okay, he's still in the pits, sick. Curtis Jones is another one of Jones Racing Team in the Lamborghini. And then you got Cameron Castells in the BMW sporting the super sick Odyssey Racing League livery. As we'll hop on board with Dominic Tuso so I can get a heli cam of that second position going down into turn one. Take a drink before I have to throw this all out there. And I'm going to have the timer ready this time for everyone. As we're coming now up into turn 14 here. And we're going to be lights out and away we go here at the Hungaroring. Mike Bowen gets a solid start as well as Stephen Buckley now up the inside of Dominic Tuso, and we'll get that pass done. It looks like going down into turn one. Stephen Buckley up, and someone goes wide there off the track there. Stephen Buckley on the inside of Dominic Tuso going down into turn two and looks to have that position gain. So Stephen Buckley up into P2 there. So solid start from him off rip as you have Chris Rise right behind him up one spot into that P4 spot right behind Dominic Tuso in the Audi there. And looking backwards, you have Eric Lloyd who dropped a spot. Ben DePew up into P6 in that Aston Martin. Robbie Daniel up into P7 in the Audi. Solid start from all the racers there. As I forgot, I can do this. As you can see, the number one car is pulling away here as we got a couple of people going wide through the chicane here. As we got Forza battling right here currently. Forza now up into P7. Good start from him. Forza's up 3 spots from P10 all the way up into P7. Ben DePew, not a very good start. He's now down 13 spots into that P18th spot. However, we'll hop back on board with Abdul here. Key, thank you for the follow. Is this the battle I think everyone's looking for? Is Dominic Tuso, Buckley, and Chris Rise here. Rise currently in P1 in the standings of this series, the Mixed Monday class. Stephen Buckley only 3 points behind him, so if this will stay this way, Stephen Buckley will get up into P1 with that 949 Sim Racing, our good friends over there at 949 collabs with Trackalicious and Box. Welcome to the stream. We appreciate you guys. Everyone be sure to check out 949 Sim Racing. That's their Twitch right there. Solid community, very good racing community. They host a very, very successful endurance series as well as multiple other racing series. So we appreciate the support from them, and they get our support as well. So thank you guys for joining. Turner, thank you for the follow. Dominic Tuso here now, right on the backside of Stephen Buckley, coming through turn 9 here into the fast left-hander of turn 10. NA Communities, that's right. We got to take over. As this is the closest battle currently now, coming down into the hard braking zone of the right-hander of turn 12 here, as Buckley goes wide and Dominic's going to try to take advantage of this, tries to look up the outside of turn 13, but will back out of that one and is going to try to make a good run out of him coming out of turn 14 here. As you can see, he goes a little bit wide, trying to get on the gas earlier than Steven here, as he is now in the slip in the draft of Steven, now going down into turn 1. Very hard to pass around the Hungaroring. Not a lot of passing opportunities. Normally it's into turn 1, down the inside of someone into turn 1, as we'll get on board with David Blythe now right in the backside of Fizzy Bubelek, now in that Porsche Cup car. Blythe in the Aston, pulls to the inside, takes a look, pulls out of that one. Doesn't want to go crazy there. Another close battle we got going on here is Cody Moore in the Camaro here. Right in the backside of Sergey, the other Camaro. The two Camaros seem to be sticking together now, down into turn 1 here. Sergey goes a little wide. Cody's going to try to look up the outside of him, going down into turn 3. Nope, now he switches back to the inside. Looks for it, pulls out of that one. Doesn't want to take any risk. Dominic now still trying to catch up with Stephen Buckley in that Audi here. Coming around through turn 9 here. Only 3/10 off of him. Hungaroring is also very, very popular for having a very cluttered racetrack, and as you know, we're doing mixed class. We have Cup cars, GT3 and GT4 cars, so there's going to be a handful of traffic. So going to be interesting to see how the drivers handle that. Coming around turn 13 there, Tuso's going to try to take another wide line through turn 14 here. Coming down the back straight as he gets a solid run out of there, right in the backside of Buckley. Trying to hop in the draft of him and try to make a move down, coming into turn 1, and Tuso's gonna not try and pull anything there. Abdul now right on the backside of Robbie Daniel, coming down the main straight here in that McLaren. Abdul, good start from him. Has struggled in the past, but solid start. So we'll hop on board with Curtis Jones here right on the backside of Hannah Hollis, coming through turn 13, and Jones is going to make a move up the inside and get that done. Curtis Jones now up in the 18. Solid move from him going into turn 13 there, as we'll get back on board with Dominic Tuso and Buckley still battling here, coming through the chicane of turn 6 and 7. Tuso's right on the backside of him, coming through turn 8 here. Now through the fast left-hander of through turn 11 there. I'm lost. Down in turn 12, the hard braking zone here. Easy to get caught out and go wide there if you lock up those front brakes. Tuso's trying to make a wide run through turn 13 here. Niemein, thank you for the follow. We appreciate it. Now down into turn 14 here. We'll hop up into the helicam and see if Tuso can make a move going down into the first turn. However, it looks like he's a touch far back from Buckley here to try and make that move. Hopping in the draft here. 4/10 back of Buckley. Is the timer working? Oh, the timer is working. Nice. Timer's working in the bottom right for anyone that's a returning viewer. You know that was a problem in the past. Tuso now made a good run coming out of turn 1 here, coming down to the left-hander of turn 2. Buckley seems to be braking early and then getting a good exit out and gaining that time coming out of the corners. Tuso looks to be making time going into the corners. as we're coming through into turn 5, the sweeping right-hander here before the chicane of turns 6 and 7. Right on the backside of him. This is a battle that's interesting to watch here. Definitely a fun one. Steven and Tuso are both very, very quick drivers. Buckley currently P2 in the standings, 3 points behind Chris Rise, who is in P4. As we'll get on board with Abdul, Robbie Daniel, and David Blythe here in P6, 7, and 8. So the battle for P6 continues here. Abdul, another solid start there. Up 3 spots from P10 in his quali spot up into P7. 3/10 separate all drivers as Blythe's going to try to make a move up the inside, but decides to pull out of that one there. Abdul looked in his mirrors on his left side and thought, uh-oh, what is happening? Abdul gets a good exit there. Coming out of turn 13 now down into turn 14. It looks like Robbie's going to try, or Blythe's going to try to pull off a move on Abdul now coming down this main straight. As we'll get into the helicam here. Both drivers go a touch wide there. However, both the drivers are in the draft here of Robbie Daniel in that P6 position here. Blythe is looking up the inside, pulls out of it. Abdul also made a look up the inside, is trying to get good rotation here coming through turn 1 as Robbie Daniel gets a little squirrely coming out of turn 1 now down into turn 2. Is Abdul going to make a move up the inside, and he does not, pulls out of that one right on the backside, still on the backside of him. Coming through turn 2 here now down into the fast right-hander of turn 3 as he gets that, all 3 drivers get the car rotated really well through there into the fast right-hander of turn 4, where if you go wide, you can slip off track here. It's very dangerous. And now down into turn 5 here, the sweeping right-hander, as I'll leave that and hop on board with Tuso and Buckley. 3/10 separate these 2 drivers. Carbon, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. We appreciate that here at Odyssey Racing League. If you're not a part of the Discord, please be sure to hop in the Discord and become a part of the ORL family, as well as all of our social media. We post videos on YouTube, as well as posts on Instagram, Twitter, and do giveaways in there, as well as Matt K is getting blue flagged, and Tuso touches the back of him. That's going to be a little bit of lost time as Tuso's now into the pits here. The pit window is open. It's a mandatory refueling of at least 1 liter for anyone that doesn't know. Now you got Blythe right on the backside of Abdul here. Now Abdul is going to go into the pits there and try and pull off the undercut. Blythe and Daniel are both going to stay out here. Also, we just dropped a new merch line as well. Really solid stuff, comfortable, very cool merch. It's customizable as well. As we'll hop on board with Cody Moore right on the backside of DeRosso here. DeRosso decided to sport the admin team. As you can see, Force's face on the front, my face on that side right there. I don't know why they photoshopped me like that. And then you got DeRosso's face right there on that side of the car. So fun stuff from everyone. Blythe now right on the backside of Daniel here, as Blythe's going to try and look for a move through turn 4. We'll pull out of that one. Goes a little wide there coming through turn 4. Now down in a sweeping right-hander of turn 5 here. Looks to get the car rotated really well and does so in that Aston Martin. Daniel's trying to hold him off in that Audi through the hairpin, or chicane of turn 6 and 7 here. Now down into the fast left-hander of turn 8, right into another fast right-hander of turn 9 here. Blythe is sticking to the back of Daniel like glue, and Daniel goes a little squirrely through there now through turn 10 here. And I think Blythe's going to try to get Daniel down into the hard braking zone of turn 12 here if he can hop into the draft. And he will make a move up the inside there, and Blythe brakes later than Daniel and gets the car rotated well through there, it seems. Coming down into turn 13, both drivers side by side. Daniel's not going to give this one up easily. He's going to hold off that inside here. Now coming down into turn 14 here, Blythe's going to make that move and get it done. Good move there from Blythe. Up into P5 there, as Daniel decides to hop into the pits there and not fight that any longer. All right, so Rise now on the backside of Lloyd. You got Mike Bowen now clear of the pack by 11 seconds. Absolutely flying. Steven now 12 seconds. Has a 9.5 second gap on Eric Lloyd. And then you see Chris Rise now around the backside of Lloyd. So we'll hop on board here and watch this. Actually, let's watch this. One of our very, very aggressive defenders in James Cummings in that Porsche Cup car now right on the backside of Tuso. Tuso makes that move stick coming through turn 14. It doesn't look like James is going to fight that one. So smart there from James. Tuso now is now in clean air, so he's going to be able to move along a little bit better. As not many drivers are within a second gap. Let's see. Well, Daniel now coming out of the pits. Abdul actually made that undercut work, so he now jumped Robbie Daniel in the pits there. So Abdul, good call by coming in early there. Abdul now 1 second back to Sergey, who has not pit here. And you got Robbie Daniel right on the backside of him. Abdul is cruising now, coming into turn 4 there, and then down into turn 5 as he's going to try to make a move around the outside here of turn 5, and does do so. Good move there from Abdul, which will also hold up Robbie Daniel there, now coming down in the chicane of turn 6 and 7 here. Robbie Daniel lost a lot of time there to Abdul, at least a second there, now coming through turn 8 here and now through turn 9. Abdul, really solid move to make that stick around turn 5 and hold Daniel behind Sergey through that corner. Really smart driving there from that guy. Oops. Abdul's cruising right now, man. He's what, net P6, I think he's net P6. It's Curtis Jones now around the backside of Hannah Hollis, coming through turns 6 and 7 here. However, you got Fizzy Bubelek right on the backside of Curtis Jones as well, trying to make his move up the field. He has finished his pit stop. Curtis Jones goes wide there. Fizzy's going to try to look around the outside. Oh, they touch. Fizzy saves it. Somehow saves it. Good save there from Fizzy. As you can see, Curtis Jones lets Fizzy pass. As the replay you'll see here in the bottom right hand corner, they touch coming through this corner right here. Fizzy touches his back right rear, gets squirrely, saves it. Good save there from Fizzy, especially in the cup car where it's very hard to keep traction down. As now you got Michael Marsali now making that pass on Hannah Hollis. You got DeRosso now, Paula Brady, welcome. DeRosso and Cody Moore coming through. Is that Cody Moore? Cody, right? Yeah, Cody Moore coming through. Turn 10 there now, down through turn 11, and now down into turn 12. DeRosso looks like he's going to break a little bit later in that Porsche Cup car, now down into turn 12. Covers off that inside. Solid move there from DeRosso. We'll get that move done up into P19 for him. He has pit. His pit is cleared. Cody Moore's pit is cleared as well. Everyone, welcome to the stream. I appreciate having you guys all here. I'll take a second to talk about what ORL is while there's no real gaps forming. We started this league back in January of this year, of 2022. We started as a single division F1 2021 division. However, we have grown into 4 F1 divisions, and I think, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 5 ACC divisions. One including Endurance, as I'll stop there to show Abdul overtaking James there into turn 1. Abdul back up into P10. We got Ben DePew now right on the backside of Joel Price in that Porsche Cup car. So yeah, that's what we started as, and we've grown to this, and we have, I believe, let's see how many people. Last time I checked. Yeah, we have 500 members exactly on Discord as I'm saying this. So incredible to see all the support from everyone. If you're not a part of the Discord, be sure to check us out. Check us out on social media, as well as our merch line that we just dropped. Really excited to drop that. It's really comfortable clothing. You can customize your hoodies and shirts as well. There's things for men, women, kids, and babies. We're inclusive. Sprightly, welcome to the stream. Good racing from everyone. Pretty solid racing, yeah, definitely. As we see Rise right on the backside of Eric Lloyd trying to get this move done and get him on a podium spot here. Going now down to sweeping right-hander of turn 5 here. Only 7/10 separate these two drivers here. Now down into the chicane of turns 6 and 7. Lloyd in the Lamborghini, Chris Rise in that Audi. Ooh, Rise gets a little squirrely coming through turn 8 there. However, he's going to try to pick it back up into turn 9. And now the sweeping left-hander of turn 10 here. So he did lose a little bit of time. He lost about 3/10 for that mistake there. However, he's going to try to make it work back. Coming into the hard braking of turn 12. For all you 949 boys in here, for anyone that's left, if you guys are interested in doing endurance, we have an endurance race around Laguna Seca this Saturday, starting at qualifying starts at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, and then our race starts at 12 noon Eastern time. So looking to get more drivers in there. If you guys are interested, tell your friends, family, loved ones, brother, sister, etc. Rise now in that draft of Lloyd, now gaining lots of time coming down in turn 1. I think Chris thinks that it's nighttime because he's got the lights on, but I respect it. Coming up on lapped traffic here. As you got Joel getting blue flagged and not getting out of the way. Interesting here. Joel now coming around through turn 5 as he's got Eric Lloyd right on his backside, and he looks like he's going to let both drivers pass. Nope, lets one driver pass. Chris is going to lose a lot of time being behind that lap car of the Porsche. And Rise is gonna get past him now, still within a tenth, or within a second of Lloyd here. As we'll hop into the bird's eye view cam. We'll hop up here to see the whole track. Oops. What a beautiful sight in Hungary. What a beautiful sight in Hungary. We'll hop on board here with Sergey trying to chase down Joel Price for that 12th spot. The only other driver I see close is still Chris Rise on the backside of Eric Lloyd here. Everyone, thank you for all the follows tonight. Be sure to hit your subscription button. You may have a Twitch Prime sub. You don't know. If your Twitch is linked to your Amazon, you can use Jeff Bezos' money and subscribe to Odyssey Racing League for a lot of cool emotes and a special role in our Discord as well for Twitch subscribers only. Robbie Daniel now chasing his old nemesis of Abdul Rauf for that P9 spot. Coming around turn 13 there, now down into turn 14. Robbie Daniel 7/10 back of Abdul here in the McLaren. Abdul's had a strong race so far. You still have people in front of Abdul yet. 7 people who has not pit. Ben Depew and Russo are both in the pits currently as we speak. Chris Rise is overtaking Eric Lloyd because he is in the pits now. Rise still has to pit here. The pit lasts about 25 to 30 seconds, I believe. I think that's a fixed time of 25 seconds in the pits. Mandatory pit stop. James Cummings does not pit up into P. Ben Depew coming out right behind Sergey here. So Ben down in P13 in that Aston Martin after not a very good start. Looking to gain some spots back and makes a move up the inside of Sergey and gets that move done. So good move from Ben. He's up into P12. Robbie Daniel still chasing down Abdul here. Coming down into turn 12 here. And Robbie Daniel seems to be flying in that Audi. Coming through turn 14. Going to try and get a good exit out of there and hop into the draft of Abdul in that McLaren. It seems to get a good run out of there. Down into turn 1. Both drivers have been driving phenomenal tonight. Robbie Daniel up 2 spots to P7 from his P9 qualifying, and Abdul currently sitting in P6, which is up 4 spots from his P10 in qualifying. Robbie Daniel sticks to that inside really, really well there. As Buckley and Bowen are both in the pits, and Chris Rise will move up into that P1 spot there. However, still does need to pit. As Daniel has lost some time to Abdul there. Let's get some predictions in chat. Who do you think are gonna win this race? I'm gonna put my money on Bowen. Tuso now up into P3. As there is currently 30... That's not right. 18 minutes. See? The timer's messed up. Sick. I'm going to close that. Alright. 18 minutes in, 12 seconds left. As Joel and James now coming down into turn 12 there. As Joel looks like he's going to get this move done. James going to hop in right behind him. Coming through turn 13. Joel now up into P11. James has not pit. I'm assuming he goes into the pits this lap. No, he's not. And the pit window does close eventually. And Abdul goes off. I did not see what happens, but he went off. And he's now down into P7 with damage, it looks like. Coming through turn 4 here. That is tough for Abdul. He hates to see that. He was racing a very, very solid race. See if he can make this stick and keep this P7, which will still put him up 3 spots from that P10 that he qualified in. Rise now is in the pits. Mike Bowen now back up into P1. Tuso currently 23 seconds back from the leader, so Mike Bowen is absolutely flying around this track tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see where Rise is going to come out. Oh, he's going to come out right next to Eric Lloyd here, coming down into turn 1. Rise is going to not make that move up the inside. He's going to try and get him on this exit here of turn 1. Gets a little squirrely coming out. Tires might be a little bit cold there. Chris Rise now around the backside of Lloyd, battling for that P4 spot. Now down into turn 2 here. As this seems like the battle to be watching here. They've been battling all night around the Hungaroring. Coming through turn 4 here. Nope, that's not 4. Yeah, it is 4. Coming through turn 4 here. Around the sweeping right-hander of turn 5. As we see Ben DePew right on the backside of Fizzy Bubblek coming down into turn 12. Hard braking zone. Fizzy up into P11 in that Porsche Cup car. Coming through turn 13 here, now down into the final turn of turn... That was 13, down into 14. Ben DePew's going to try to make a solid exit coming out of here and get him on the straight. And, however, he does in the draft of Fizzy, trying to break that draft there, and does so. Now down into turn 1. However, we will see Robbie Daniel now. Abdul back on the backside of Robbie Daniel, trying to get that P6 spot back. And he looks like he's driving angry now. Down into turn 12 here. You got Blythe right on the backside of Ralph as well. Into the braking zone of turn 12. Gets good rotation. Both him, Daniel, and Blythe now down into turn 15. Not even a 15 here. As Ben's trying to make a move on Fizzy, and Fizzy will let him pass. So good sportsmanship there from Fizzy. Coming through turn 14 here. Abdul gets a really solid... Oh, he gets a good run out of here on Robbie Daniel. He's going to try to stick to the backside of him. Right in the draft of him. Robbie Daniel's going to try and break that slip. And Abdul's going to hop back in there now. Coming down into turn 1. Joel Price Sr., thank you for the follow. Oh, and Abdul up the inside there of Robbie Daniel and gets spun around. And they touch. And Abdul now will drop down into P8 there. As we'll hop on board with your son. Since you're in here now. As you can see, Abdul spinning into turn 1. I started that replay a little late, so we didn't see it all. But there's Joel Price Jr. coming down into turn 1 in the Porsche Cup car. Gets good rotation out of there. He's had a solid race so far, and his pit is complete. He's up 4 spots from P13 into P9, so in the top 10. Currently, he is the only Cup car in the top 10, I believe, as well. Yes, he is. So putting on a clinic right now. As we'll get on board with David Blythe here. There looks to be a lot of traffic here right on the backside of Robbie Daniel here. Blythe is split in the middle between him and I believe that's... Who is that? Can't tell. Blythe up the inside in turn 12 here, and will get that move done on the back marker now down into turn 13. The hairpin of turn 13, and Blythe looks to get a solid exit out of there right on the backside of Daniel now, and we'll get on board with Chris Rise and Eric Lloyd, who are still battling for that P4 spot. Trying to keep track of the times here as we got down the back straight. Blythe on the backside of Daniel. Blythe looks up the inside and looks to not gonna... Oh, yes, he will. He will take advantage of this. Blythe now up the inside of Robbie Daniel. Daniel does not get a good exit coming out of turn 1. Now down into turn 2 is Blythe going to make a dive up the inside into the fast left-hander, and he looks to pull out of that one. Will not. Will try and take the long way around and pull up through the outside here. He's going to try to make a move. Going now down into the fast right-hander of turn 4 in the slipstream of Daniel here coming through turn 4. Gets good rotation through there into the sweeping right-hander of turn 5 here. And for anyone that wants to know, we currently have 11 minutes and 50 seconds left in this race. Your current leader is Mike Bowen in the Honda with Dominic Tusso behind him in the Aston Martin. P3 is Stephen Buckley in the Audi as Blythe goes wide there, and that's going to lose him a lot of time to Daniel. P4, you got Eric Lloyd in the Lamborghini, Chris Rise in P5 in the Audi, and another Audi behind him in P6 of Robbie Daniel. David Blythe in P7 in the Aston Martin. Abdul Ralph in the McLaren, who currently now has a drive-through, and that's going to ruin his race. Joel Price in the 9th place in the Porsche Cup car there. As you see, our one and only Matthew K off into the wall there. Ben DePew in P10 in the Aston Martin. Fizzy Bubelek in the Porsche Cup car as well. James Cummings right behind him in the Porsche Cup car as well in the 6th car. In P13, you got Sergey Karpinchik in the Camaro in P13, who has not yet pit, so that's going to be a disqualification since he is not pit. Got Castells in the P14 BMW, and I want to show you guys all this livery. Look how sick this thing is. Got the Odyssey Racing League livery. Odyssey Racing League logo on the top. Our colors and all. Solid stuff there from Cameron. Really appreciate it. Oh, just kidding. Matt must have given Abdul that drive-through because he's got admin privileges. So Abdul does not have a drive-through, ladies and gentlemen. Blythe now still trying to get to Robbie Daniel here. Goated livery. It absolutely is the goated livery. I think it's sick. He did a good job on it too. It's got the Discord QR code in there, and that pit window is now closed, as you heard the announcer say. So that's gonna be Sergey disqualified from this race because he has not served his mandatory pit stop. David Blythe now right on the backside of Robbie, made up at least 7/10 there, coming through those last 3 corners there, coming now down into turn 12. The hard-braking right-hander, and he's going to take a look up the inside, but decides to pull out of that one. Now down into turn 13. He's going to need a good exit coming out of turn 14 here to get that draft from Daniel into turn 1. And Matthew K in the background's doing donuts. Sick. Popping the helicam here as he is right stuck on the backside of him. Both drivers get a good exit out of there. However, it looks like Daniel gets a little bit better exit now in the draft. He is trying to make a move going down into turn 1. Blythe now right on the backside of Daniel. Looks up the inside. Will pull out of that one. Daniel learned his lesson from last time and covered up that inside. So good defense there from him. Blythe now losing a lot of time coming out of turn 1. It seems to be the case because he thus loses about 3 to 4 tenths every time he comes out of that turn 1 section, but gains it up in the 2nd sector. Coming through turn 3 there, and now down into the fast left-hander of turn 4. This is the only battle that's fairly close here. Coming through the chicane of turns 6 and 7. Blythe 6/10 back of Robbie Daniel here, fighting for that P6 spot. And that P6 spot is important because it is 2 points extra than P7. So, which, if we look, Blythe and Daniel, they are literally neck and neck in the standings. Daniel has 11 points. Blythe has 10 points. So, this is for the lead there. Fizzy Bubelek Gets past Ben Depew, who had to serve a drive-through penalty. That's going to put Ben back a little bit. Busy now up into the points in the Cup car. As Chris Rise is now on the backside of Eric Lloyd here, as Eric Lloyd is coming up to a lapped car here. Let's see how this works out. And oh, they touch, and Lloyd is off, and Chris is passed. That is painful. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, they're trying to get past the lapped car of DeRosso, it looks like, as they're going down into turn 5, and DeRosso looks to turn in. Eric Lloyd looks to go a little bit wide there or something. I'm not sure what happened. As now we back to Blythe on the backside of Daniel, and Blythe is off into the wall there, and that looks like it's gonna be his race, possibly. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner as well here in the replay, they touch coming out of the fast left-hander of turn 4, and that's very unfortunate for Blythe. Pushing and having a really solid race. Very unfortunate. Well, now there's not much action happening. Hop on board with our leader since he hasn't gotten much action here on the screen. His best is a 1:44.352 in the Honda here. Solid drive from Mike Bowen currently so far. He is 33 seconds clear of P2. We'll just watch the driver work his magic on the track. Currently there is 5 minutes and 23 seconds left in this race. The smallest gap I have so far is 3.3 seconds between Blythe and Daniel still. Other than that, next one is between Ralph and Blythe, 6.7. I'll take some time to chat with chat. If anyone has any questions about Odyssey Racing League, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. You can join the Discord there. Follow our social media in Linktree, and you can also check out our merchandise website with a bunch of comfortable hoodies, shirts, everything from men's, women's, babies, kids to phone cases, water bottles, etc. Got a lot of merch to choose from, and it's really comfortable stuff. I actually have the shirt on right now. There's one hoodie on there that you can customize and put your last name, number, and your country flag on the sleeve. So I think that's pretty sick. That's my favorite one for sure so far. Very comfortable. As you got the leader now coming up to Abdul here in P8, who is getting blue flagged, and he's gonna let Mike pass with no issues, it seems. Hopefully, yep, he sure does. Good move there from Forza. Mike Bowen's fastest time is 1.2 seconds. No, wait. 1.5 seconds faster than anyone else on track. Dude's driving alone. Oh, well. Look who's back. Blythe right on the backside of Robbie Daniel, now coming through turn 14. I guess they're going to try to make it interesting for the final 5 minutes of this race. 4.5, I think. Coming now down into turn 1. Blythe now right on the backside of Robbie Daniel. The battle continues. Blythe gets a solid exit coming out of turn 1 there. Now down into the left-hander of turn 2 here. 3, 2. That's 2. Through turn 3 here. 4/10 separate these two drivers. Let's see what happens in the final 2 minutes and 53 seconds of this race. Will Blythe be able to make an overtake here on Robbie Daniel to send him up into that P6 spot and take him ahead of Daniel in the standings of ACC's Mixed Class Mondays series here at Odyssey Racing League? Again, thank you everyone for joining us. Both these drivers coming through turn 6 and 7 now of that chicane. Be sure to check us out on social media as well as in the Discord. We got a really solid community. Just hit 500 members on Discord and couldn't be happier with all the support that we have from everyone and the dedication from all of our staff as well as our members. Always willing to put out a helping hand to anyone else in the server. So really lucky that we got lucky with such a solid community. Blythe and Daniel now coming up to the lapped car of Cody Moore, and Blythe touches Daniel, and Blythe's gonna let Daniel get back on track. The battle continues. That is proper etiquette in ACC. However, Abdul now trying to take advantage of it and does so. We'll pass Robbie Daniel or David Blythe there up into P7. Abdul's going to try and get this move done on Robbie Daniel up into P6. Gets a solid exit out of there coming through turn 14. What a sucker, dude. Wow, coming down into turn 1 here. Hop on board with Abdul. Down into turn 1. Abdul's going to try and make a move up the inside. Will pull out of that one. Learned his lesson last time. Now right on the backside of Robbie Daniel here. These 3 drivers currently battling for P6. That's hilarious. Now coming down into turn 2 here. Abdul, Daniel, and Blythe coming through the fast right-hander of turn 3 there now. Coming down up into the other fast left-hander of turn 4. Abdul gets goes a little wide there, however, recovers really nicely. Now down in his sweeping right-hander of turn 5 here. David Blythe has a drive-through for some reason. Now through the chicanes of turn 6 and 7 here. Abdul gets that car rotated really nicely in that McLaren now coming through. Another lap car of Cody Moore here. This is gonna be interesting. Abdul gets right on the backside of Robbie Daniel. Cody Moore is gonna have to let them pass, and they do. Oh my gosh! And Forza goes wide and touches, however, puts him back on track, so that actually didn't hurt him. Now down into turn 12 here, as we have 12 seconds left of this race. I believe the leader is going to have one last lap, so Abdul's going to have one last lap. Oh, and he brakes late there, and Blythe's going to go up the inside of him in turn 13 now. Both drivers are not going to give up here, and Blythe brakes later. However, Forza tries to get a better exit out of turn 14 and does so. Good move there from Forza now. Those are some messy overtakes. Yeah, the overtakes are questionable, and Abdul's going to cross the line in P7. Good racing from those 3 drivers there. Wow, what a race. That was a good race. Watch Tuso cross the line in that P2 spot. Dominic Tuso in the P2 spot. Congratulations to him. Stephen Buckley now coming now down up into turn 14 here. Stephen will finish P3 and Chris Rise will finish P4, so Stephen will jump him in the standings there. Stephen crosses the line in P3. Up on board with Chris Rise coming around the last bend here. Finishing in that P4 spot as we see Eric Lloyd coming around the final corner as well, finishing in P5 in that Lamborghini. And the only other people to finish is Ben DePew here, coming around the final bend as well, finishing P10 in the Aston Martin. Good race from him after a shaky start as Fizzy Bubble Eck is coming across the line in that P11 spot in the Porsche Cup car. However, Joel Price had the best finish in P9 in the Cup car, as we'll see the ORL livery of Cameron Castells in the BMW coming across the line here in P14. Look how sweet that thing looks. As you got the Rosso right on the backside of him in P15 in the Cup car as well, and that is going to be your race. We are going to pull some people in here for some interviews. Let's see who we want to pull in. Pull in Forza. Abdul, you're live for an interview.
Oh, hey, what's up?
How'd you feel about the race? I felt like you had a really good race.
Yeah, it was just that one mistake. I got stuck behind Robbie for a bunch of laps, and so I was just, I felt like I had more pace, but it was a little bit tough trying to get around him. So a little bit of a mistake, and then I got handed an opportunity at the end, and then I unfortunately
That
just
was hilarious to me. I was dying the whole time.
I was like, oh, I guess one of them is off, and then I like come around the corner, and they're both there. Just like sick.
Well, good race for you, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations on piece 8, 7, 7.
One of those,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, good race from you. I'm gonna grab Joel now and talk to him. Joel, good race from you, son.
Hello, thanks, Dad.
Well, your actual father was in the in the chat watching, so I made sure to give you some screen time. What did you think of the race?
Yeah.
Best finisher out of the Cup cars.
It was fun. I honestly earlier today was basically the first time I've ever been on this track. Practiced all day in the AMR 12 and forgot to change it, but I'm never driving a Cup car ever again.
Well, then make sure to register in anything but a Cup car.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a good race from you,
It
though. P9.
it's 100% a wild animal.
Yeah, I could tell. Fizzy went around a corner at one point and lost it in the grass and somehow saved the vehicle. I don't know how he did it, but he did. Pretty incredible.
Fizzy does that with traction control, so we could expect it without it also.
Right. All right, well, good race from you, Joel.
Thanks, man.
Yep. Fizzy, you're live for an interview.
Hello.
I saw you lose it around turns, I think it was 8, and you saved it. I was very impressed, I must say.
Oh, wait, was that with the contact?
Yeah, with
that I
the
saw?
contact,
Or-
and you went into the grass and somehow saved the car.
Oh yeah, that was a little tough. He drifted wide into me, and I just happened to catch that.
Yeah, you definitely caught it, though, so it was a really solid race from you. P11, second in the Cup cars. Joel finishing P9.
Yeah, not too bad. I was gonna finish 10, and then Ben, if you're in the audience here, punted me at the end, but he apologized, so it's fine, and it's Mondays.
Yeah, so solid race from you overall. How'd you feel the race went as far as racing and people racing each other?
I thought it was okay. I picked the wrong cup card tonight, so I was a little out of my element, and I was hoping we would get a few more of the same cars. But overall, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. Were there a lot of incidents?
No, it was really clean for the most part.
That's good. That's good.
So if you want to take a minute to say anything to the 40 people that are currently watching in the stream, now's your chance, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I'm Fizzy. So for the people that haven't seen, a part owner of Odyssey Racing League with Tyler. I run the ACC side of things here. We have championship races every Thursday, a few different tiers. So if you guys want like clean, incident report style racing, come sign up for that. Also, we're doing our Monday nights as you see this, and then Sundays, and a couple other fun events coming up here that are just free to join for anyone on simracing.gp. But come on in, join our server, and let's have some fun.
And I'm sure you guys didn't know because you guys are racing. We officially have 500 members in the Discord, so pretty solid stuff.
Wow.
Real excited.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So good race from you,
Awesome.
Fizz. Thanks for talking.
Later.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight for our ACC Mixed Class Mondays series around the Hungaroring in Odyssey Racing League. If you guys are not a part of the ORL family, please be sure to click the link in the chat right there for the Discord. Check out us on social media as well as our merch line that we just dropped last Monday, actually. So we were really excited about it. Again, thank you all for joining us. A little bit of a rundown on our schedule this week. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have our F1 series, our America's Tier 1. On Wednesday, we have our America's Tier 2 F1 series at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. On Thursday, we got a doubleheader of ACC. We got Tier 2 starting at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, and then our Tier 1 following them up at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have our F1 Series EU Tier 1. They will be racing around Monaco this week, actually. The Americas are both Tier 1 and Tier 2 are racing around Baku. So little taste before the Monaco real-life Grand Prix. You can catch our EU race at Friday at 3 p.m. And then Saturday, we have our endurance race around Laguna Seca starting at 11:30 p.m. or 11:30 a.m. Eastern time is when qualifying starts. Our race will start at 12 p.m. noon Eastern time. I'm not sure if that'll be streamed. I have to see what I'm doing. It's a possibility. But sitting behind a mic for 6 hours doesn't sound fun. But if it means I get to chat with you guys, I'll do it. Yeah, so that's Saturday. And then Sunday, our GT4 series starts for ACC. I believe the time is to be determined. So we'll put out a shout out on Discord about it. So if you're not a part of the Discord, please be sure to click that link in the chat. And we appreciate you guys all being here for all the bits, follows, and subs tonight. Again, every single piece and part of money that we get for the league goes directly back into the league to make servers, to make sure you guys all get trophies for your achievements in our leagues, as well as giveaways as well. And we do giveaways on Instagram, Twitter, and in the Discord as well. So be sure to be following all of our social media to be entered into those giveaways, as we will be posting one this coming up weekend. So be sure to be a part of that. Come join the family. We really appreciate you guys being here, and you guys have a great rest of your night. See ya.
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting.